So today we are going to take a look on equations. So as you see here, there is another equation which I had worked out. So I had choose only 3 questions for you. The first one is a linear equation, and the 2 are quadratic equations. So I'm going to work them out together with you, so that if you have some difficulties in solving equations, this can be your time of gaining some skills, so that you will never have any problem or any challenge in equations. Alright, here is our first equation. It's a linear equation, but as you see, this equation has some fractions, and also it is a mixed fraction. So the first step when you are solving equations with fractions, you will have first to remove the fractions, then you will be able to solve your equation easily. So in this matter, or in this case, we have a mixed fraction here. We first have to turn this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So how then to convert this into improper fraction? We have to multiply 2 by 1 and add the result by 1. So here we are going to multiply, here we are going to add. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 1, you got 3. So it will be 3 over 2. Alright, it's 3 over x plus 3 over 2 is equal to 0. So then we have our question just like this. Our second stage will be removing the fraction. How to remove the fraction? We have to multiply by a common denominator. So in this case, we have an unknown here, we have a 2 here. So how then to find the common denominator of x and 2? Just we have to multiply x and 2, since x is an unknown. So we're going to multiply x and 2 to get 2x. So this is our common denominator. We are going to multiply everything here by 2x in order to remove the fractions. So it will be 3 over x times 2x plus 3 over 2 times 2x is equal to 0 times 2x. Because remember, the golden rule for equation is that whatever is done on the other side must be done on the other side in order for our equation to remain true. Alright, x into x1, x into 2x, we left with the 2, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2x, we are left here with x, right, 0, right, over 1, 1 into 2, x, we are left with the 2x, right. Then 3 times 2, you got 6, plus 3 times x, you got a 3x is equal to 0, times 2x, you got a 0. Right, here we have to group our numbers, we have to group like terms together. So in this case, we just have a 3x, and 6 have to move to this side in order to be able to left with an x on the other side, so that we can divide in order to find the value of x. Alright, when a number crosses over the equal sign, the rule for equations, that number automatically changes the sign. As you see here, a 6 have a positive. When it crosses over the equal sign, the sign changes to negative. So we got a negative 6. We are going to divide by the coefficient of x, which is 3. Both sides. Remember, what is done here must also be done on the other side. Alright, we are going to divide by 3 by 3. Got 1, 1. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into negative 6, we got a negative 2. Right here, we are left with x is equal to negative 2. As you see here, this is our final answer, and this is our final result for our equation. Let's move on on the next question or other question. Alright, here we have another type of an equation. This is in quadratic equation. So to solve a quadratic equation, we have to rearrange our equation in the form a x squared plus b x plus c is equal to 0, where c is a constant. These are the coefficient for x squared and x. As you see here, for ax squared we have it, for bx we have it, but for plus c, 15 is on the other side of the equal sign, so 15 you have to move to this side. All right, because we need our equation to be in this form in order to factorize, then to simplify, to get or to solve to get the value for x. All right, it will be x squared plus 2x. Then when 15 move from the other side of the equation to the other side, automatically the sign for 15 changes. Here we had positive 15, then now it's a negative 15 is equal to 0. And then now to solve this, we have to factorize. How to factorize? Right, we are looking for the highest possible common factor for our expression. How then to find it? All right, let's factorize this. All right, we have to find the product for x squared and negative 15, the coefficient, and the variant with the power 2. All right, it's negative 15 x squared. Then we are going to look for the factors of negative 15 x squared, which sum up to 2x. All right, I have 5x and negative 3x. When I multiply 5x and negative 3x, I got a negative 15x squared. Then when I sum up these two, sum up is to add, then I get a positive 2x. Then I'm going to replace 2x with a 5x plus a negative 3x. All right, our expression becomes 2x squared plus 5x minus 3x minus 15 is equal to 0. Then I'm going to group this into 2. All right, let's look for the possible or highest common factor on these two. As I see here, we have x, here we have x, so I'm going to factor out x, right, as a common factor, highest common factor. So x into x squared, we got an x plus x into 5x, we got 5x. Since x and x cancels out, we are dividing here. All right, here I'm going to factor what is common. We have a negative, so I'm going to factor out first a negative. All right, here we have a 3, we have 15. Already 3 is a factor of 15. All right, so I'm going to factor out 3 minus 3 into negative 3x. We're left with x. Right, a negative into a negative becomes a positive. 3 into 15, the answer is 5, is equal to 0. All right, as you see this on these two expressions, you find that we have x plus 5, we have x plus 5, so we got something in common, so we have to factor the highest common factor. So if we still have this, we are not yet solve our expression completely, so we have to solve what is common. So I'm going to factor out x plus 5. Since I had factored out x plus 5, I'm going to left with x. Here I'm going to left with a negative 3 into brackets, since this one is multiplying the same or common bracket or common expression, x plus 5 is equal to 0. All right, on this stage, this one, either this one or this one is equal to 0, so you are going to write either x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then we have two expressions here for the values for x. X is equal to -5, or x is equal to a positive 3. So these are the value for x. So you must take note that whenever you have a quadratic equation or an equation with the power 2, which means the values for x must also be 2. Alright, when x, the highest power for x is 2, the values for x must also be 2. Alright, this is our answer for the quadratic equation. Let's move on to the last question. Alright, last but not least, here we have our third equation. As you see, this is a quadratic equation because already we have the highest power is 2, meaning to say from this equation we must find two values for t, which is our unknown in this case. So how then to solve an equation like this? As you see, there are fractions all over the question. So the first step here to take is to set here or to convert here into a improper fraction from this mixed fraction. How to convert it into improper fraction? So it's 1 and 7 over 9. So we are going to multiply here these two, then and add here the result from these two. Alright, 9 times 1, we got a 9. Then a 9 plus 7, we got a 16, which will be 16 over 9. Alright, right, let's go back to our question. T plus 1 over 3 to the power 2 is equal to, since we get 16 over 9 as an improper fraction, this is what we are going to use, 16 over 9. Alright, in this bracket you see we have a fraction here, so we don't want to make it harder. Let us use an easy way to solve this. So as we see here, we have a power 2, and as you see here, these two, 16 and 9, they have square roots. So I'm going to apply a square root to remove this. And since, as you know, that what is done on the other side when it comes to equation must also be done on the other side. Alright, so I'm going to apply my root here. 4t plus 1 over 3 squared is equal to also root of 16 over 9. Alright, a squared and a root cancels out. We will be left with the t plus 1 over 3 is equal to the root of 16 is 4, the root of 9 is 3, so it's a plus or minus 3. Alright, here is almost done, it's almost complete. So let's finish this one out so that we can find the values for t. Alright, let's group like terms together. So a 1 over 3 must go to the other side, and automatically the sign for 1 over 3 will change. Alright, to get t is equal to plus or minus 4 over 3 and negative 1 over 3. So t is equal to 4 over 3, positive 4 over 3 minus 1 over 3, or negative 4 over 3 negative 1 over 3. Alright, here let's solve this fraction. Our common denominator here is 3. 3 into 3, 1. 3 times 4, we get a 4. Alright, minus 3 into 3, 1. 1 times 1, we got a 1. Alright, 4 minus 1 is 3 over 3. 3 into 3, 1. Alright, on the other value, our common denominator is 3. 3 into 3, 1. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. 3 into 3, 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. A negative 4 minus a negative 1, we get a negative 5 over 3. So the values for t are 1 and minus 5 over 3. So these are our values for our equation here. So as you see, as simple as that, this is the way you can solve your equation without any troubles. So we have to look for all possible formulas or ways which are so easy and understandable as this. Okay, so I want to thank you for this moment, for watching this video, and I also urge you, to those who are not yet subscribed, subscribe to our channel so that you will continue to watch more video, as we are going to post a lot of videos. So I want to thank you.